You can walk away. You can sever ties. You can burn the bridge, block the number, clear the field, close the door. You can even say, it's done. And for the most part, it is. But then, on a still morning, when your life is quiet, when your chest feels clear, and the rhythm of your day is steady, something flickers. It's not a thought, not a memory, not even a feeling, not exactly. It's an echo, a trace, a frequency, something that doesn't belong to the moment you're in, but lives just underneath. This is what most men never speak about, not because they don't feel it, but because they don't know what to call it. It's the residue of what you've left behind. The woman you loved who never knew how to hold you, the friend you defended who never once defended you, the lie you believed about your worth because it was easier than confronting the truth. The role you played because someone needed you to and you didn't yet know how to say no. You move forward, you evolve, you change the rhythm of your voice, the integrity of your field, the clarity of your walk, but the echo remains. This is the quiet cost of what you might say is becoming. You will grow out of people faster than you grow out of their energy. And even when the conversation's over, the imprint still hums in your field. You'll hear it in the silence just before sleep, in the way your body tenses when a stranger uses a familiar tone, in the way your voice softens in the presence of someone who reminds you of them. The echo is not the past itself. It's the part of you that still waits to be released from it. And if you ignore it, it begins to shape your architecture. Not obviously, not destructively, but subtly. You hesitate before speaking truth. You question your intuition, even when it's exact. You over-explain coherence to people who are never listening in the first place. And worst of all, you confuse being free from them with being free from their energy. But these are not the same thing. You see, most men are never taught to clear the field. They're taught to move on. They're taught to be strong. They're taught that closure is a story that you write in your head so you can pretend the ending doesn't still sting. But the field doesn't work that way. The field remembers. The field holds. The field keeps track of what was left unsaid, not because it's punishing you, but because it's waiting for you to say it to yourself, to close it cleanly, not through a final message or a social media cleanse, but through the deeper discipline of acknowledging what still lingers. You can't build sacred architecture on ground that vibrates with the voices of people who no longer belong there. If their echo still speaks louder than your presence, then you haven't yet reclaimed the ground. Now, this isn't about grief. It's not about vengeance. This is about clearing distortion at its roots. And sometimes that means facing things you'd rather believe that you've outgrown. Like the fact that part of you still wonders if you were too much, that maybe they were right about you, that maybe it really was all your fault. That's how the echo survives, not as an accusation, but as self-doubt. And when you carry that doubt into new spaces, it leaks, it pollutes, it stains the field. It filters your resonance through the lens of old betrayal. So you might ask, how do you clear the echo? It's very simple. You meet it. Not with shame, not with justification, but with coherence, with clarity. You speak the unspoken truth aloud. You name what was twisted. You name the version of you that allowed it. And you say to yourself, not to them, this part of me is no longer bound. Sometimes the echo is not from what happened, but from what never did. The apology that never came, the honesty that was never offered, the love that was held just out of reach so you'd keep chasing it. You don't need them to return, and you don't need to be heard. You just need to acknowledge what was true and allow the echo to collapse under the weight of truth. That's how the field clears. This is not a practice. This is not a tool. This is a witnessing. A reclaiming of energetic sovereignty so total that even the resonance of distortion can no longer find claim in your body. This is why many men repeat the same patterns, not because they've changed, but because they never cleared what clung to them as they changed. Healing is not enough. Growth is not enough. If you don't clear the echoes, you will continue building cathedrals on haunted ground. Because you see, you're not haunted by the past. You're haunted by the version of you that didn't yet know how to leave it. This version deserves love, but not authorship. He can sit by the fire, but he doesn't get to write the next chapter. Only you can do that. You, the man who listens now. You, the man who moves without apologizing for his alignment. You, the man who no longer clings to what collapsed, but instead clears the field so something clean can rise. This is the work. This is the great work. Not closure, not confrontation, not even forgiveness. Clearing, witnessing, naming, letting the echo dissolve in the presence of who you've become. Not because you need to be free, but because you already are. And now your field must match your freedom. This is The Architect Speaks.